very much, Dennis. Thank you. I do remember the trip when I met with Chet, and we talked about what Stion was doing, and he said, "Look, in the next couple of days, I'm signing a contract to do something in California." And I told him, "Look, all we want is a chance to compete," and he gave it to us, and that's why we're here today, because we're announcing something that is not only exciting because within 6 years it will create 1,000 new high-paying jobs and a $500 million investment, but also because it's cutting-edge technology about the future of energy in the United States. Stion is a venture capital-backed company headquartered in San Jose, California, where they manufacture solar panels today. But they are announcing today, Chet will announce, that they're going to have a facility here in Hattiesburg that will be their big manufacturing facility that will manufacture for the broad market, commercial, residential, utilities, Arnie. And by the way, Arnie, thank you for your prayer, and thank you for your power. For the no juice, we couldn't be doing any of this, right? This company is, as I say, is a venture capital-backed company based in California, but it is a company that is led by Chet Ferris, who you're going to hear from, but 16 PhDs out of their 85 employees, people that have been very much in the technology business and are turning their talents to the technology of creating electricity from solar energy. You will see, as we talk about this over the next few minutes, proprietary technology, both in terms of processes and materials, that have made them to be considered the leader or one of the leaders in the United States in this area. In fact, today, one of the things we're happiest about is, in addition to the people from Stion, we have some people who've come for today's announcement who are customers of Stion, who buy the thin, low-cost solar panels. Now, let me get you guys to stand up where we can say thank you for being here. Stion's facility here will be in the Sunbeam building. Building that doesn't need any further description to everybody from the Pine Belt. There, as I say, they will make a $500 million corporate investment to create 1,000 jobs for residents of Hattiesburg and this area from Pascagoula to Meridian, because it will, 1,000 new jobs, even spread out over 6 years, is going to soak up a lot of people from a large area. They're backed by some of the leading venture capital firms in the United States: Coastal Ventures, Venture Tech, Lightspeed, General Catalyst, Brayman Energy, and just in their most recent offering, a $50 million investment by Taiwan Semiconductor, a Fortune 500 company, very involved in the technology business. They'll manufacture 110 and 120 watt solar panels. If that sounds like a familiar number, it's because that's what you plug your lights into and everything else. That's standard electricity, and of course that means it's a big market. They will manufacture 1 million solar panels a year in Hattiesburg for 100 megawatt hours of generation that should come from that. We're tickled, of course, that Hattiesburg was chosen. We worked on this a long time. As I say, we started last summer. And I should tell you that they looked at other places in the state and chose Hattiesburg for a lot of reasons. Martha, of course, one of those reasons, the University of Southern Mississippi, Palmer Institute, and the way that this area has been a center for composites and advanced manufacturing in our state for 30 years, since you were in high school. Junior high. I want to say that our contribution here is that today I will ask the legislature to make a loan to Stion of $75 million that they will pay back to us over time. And that will be our commitment here, along with workforce training and tax incentives. So we will use the Mississippi Industry Incentive Financing Revolving Fund for this purpose. A lot of times we give grants to people who want to come here and create jobs, but for Stion, we worked out a deal where we're simply making them a loan that they'll pay back to us. I want to thank some people. You're going to hear from Roger Wicker in a minute, Senator Cochran, Congressman Taylor, who's going out, and our whole congressional delegation, who've been very supportive of the Mississippi Development Authority and been very supportive of helping us with projects and with policy that helps us with our projects. The legislature, we have several of the legislators here who met with the group from Stion. Y'all want to stand up? It's election year. I can't run again, but y'all can. So a lot of hard work done here by the Mississippi Development Authority, and I want to thank all of you who are here for ADP, the Area Development Partnership for Hattiesburg and the surrounding counties. Mississippi Power and Arnie, we have a great partner in economic development of Mississippi Power, and we appreciate you being part of this. Big Industrial, which I think is the consortium that owns the building, if I've got that right. We appreciate you. You're going to hear from the city and the county. I do want to mention not only USM, but also Pearl River Community College, where the job training will be focused for this. Before I close, let me make a more general statement about this. Some of you have heard me say before, as long as I'm governor, Mississippi's got an energy policy. And our energy policy is more American energy. We want to generate all the energy that we can in our state, whether it's from oil and gas or from lignite coal. As you know, we broke ground last month on a $2.5 billion coal-fired power plant in Kemper County that'll burn Mississippi lignite coal. Those of you who are from the right part of the state, remember when we considered lignite a nuisance. It wasn't good for anything. Low grade, low rank coal, and if you had it on your land, you know, it wouldn't grow anything. Now we've learned how to take that coal and burn it effectively to generate electricity. And Mississippi Power, in building this plant, is taking that lignite and making it worth literally billions of dollars for Mississippi families and communities. The second thing about this plant is that it is not only going to use our coal, it's going to use a new technology that's never been used before to take lignite and convert it into synthetic gas, and then to burn the gas to create electricity, which makes it burn cleaner. In fact, when we finish, this coal-fired power plant will generate about the same amount of emissions as a natural gas-fired power plant. And the third reason for that is it will be the first commercial-scale carbon capture and sequestration of a coal-fired power plant in the United States. You know, in energy, Mississippi really is first in a lot of things. And that project, it means a tremendous amount to us. But we also have a huge coal gasification plant on the Gulf Coast that will be finished. It's a $1 billion project, halfway finished with construction. SMEPA, South Mississippi Electric Power, has spent $500 million in the last 5 years upgrading what they do. Entergy is increasing the output from the nuclear power plant at Grand Gulf by 13%, at the cost of several $100 million. But we have ethanol, we have coal to liquids, and we have what I think may be the most exciting transportation fuel project in the United States in Kior, a company based in Houston that turns wood chips into petroleum or into bio crude, the equivalent of petroleum. For those of y'all who are a little older than me, Lynn, the Germans did this during World War II. This is not some technology that is unheard of. Just nobody's ever been able to do it on an economic scale, both as to size and the cost. And we believe that this company, Kior, that is going to build 3 facilities in Mississippi, invest several $100 million, has unlocked, had the key to unlock that lock. Now, that's a lot of different types of energy projects, but it's because we're serious about all of the above. More American energy. I think in 10 or 15 years, when businesses come to Mississippi and they ask about energy, they're not going to ask what does it cost. They're going to ask, can we get it? Because energy is going to become increasingly more in demand in the United States. Now for us, with an economy that since 1607, when the British landed at Jamestown, we have always had abundant, affordable energy as an economic comparative advantage. I think this is important. I think it's important despite the fact that we have an administration in Washington that seems determined to drive up the cost of energy. The fact that we have gasoline that's over $3 a gallon, in my opinion, is not a coincidence. It's a result of the policy of not allowing drilling in the Gulf. It's of shutting down refinery improvements all over the United States, which our national government's doing. Now, we can't from this room stop them from doing that, but we can sure do things to offset it, whether it's in renewables and new energy, or whether it's in the traditional energy that's going to provide most of our energy for the rest of my lifetime, at least. This, to me, is a big subject. I remember so many people being upset about the government take over the healthcare system, which is something to be upset about. But that's 18% of the economy. Energy is 100% of the economy. There is nothing that we do in our economy that does not at some point require energy. You know, to make, some of these Silicon Valley guys will tell you, to make computer chips takes a bunch of energy. To run technology takes a bunch of energy. So we're going to try to be a smart, reliable, affordable, abundant energy state. And Stion is a big, big step and a major contributor to our being able to do that. Thank you all for supporting this, and thank you all for being here.